Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'm bringing you guys the new Blu-ray and DVD shopping guide for Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So I didn't get a lot sent to me this week. I was expecting a few more titles and they didn't come. Remember, you guys can find all the links to purchase these movies down in the description below, and purchasing through those links will help support the channel. So I'm back from vacation, back on the grind. I will be bringing you guys my August update here in the next couple days. Unfortunately, there's a couple titles that I haven't actually watched yet, so I won't have reviews of those ones. But September, like this week is pretty low, but there's going to be a lot of reviews for this month. So let's get into this week though, guys. First up, we have Young Sheldon, the complete second season. Now, this one supposedly is releasing on a Blu-ray from Warner Archive, but they did have the pre-order up on Amazon for like a day, and then they took it down. Nobody has it listed for sale, so I don't know what's going on with that one, but it will be releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $29.20, Best Buy $29.99, and Target $31.19. Next up, NCIS, the 16th season, will be releasing on DVD. Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, all $29.99. Anybody out there watch NCIS? CBS was nice enough to send over a copy for review. 16th season, I had never seen this show. I don't watch a lot of TV. You know, I mostly just watch shows when they release on DVD and Blu-ray. But I decided to go ahead and check this one out. Interestingly enough, it does have Wilmer Valderrama on it. He's been in it for, I think, a few seasons. When I looked on IMDb, it seemed like he had been in a few seasons. And if you guys don't know, he was Fez on that 70s show. I just thought it was interesting because you really can't recognize him. I recognized his voice right away, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that Wilmer Valderrama? And yeah, it is him. I don't think I really know anybody else who is in this. So this thing has a 17-hour runtime. So you have the box on the outside, and then you have these individual, what do they call these, like mini slim cases, whatever, with 2 discs each on them, and they have the episodes listed right on the disc. I'm not going to go through like what each of these is. So this is one of those crime scene investigation shows, with the difference being that this is all Navy. But to me, it's just like the same kind of things you would see in other crime scene investigation shows, but it'll be like happens to a naval officer or somebody in the Navy or something. Well, I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm just saying it's like they're not on boats or anything like that. It's just all things that happen to people in the Navy. But I did really like this one. I thought it was a lot of fun, really enjoyable, good performances. You know, I didn't think the performances were spectacular, but what I really enjoyed about this one was the stories. And there was this one that I really liked. It was about this couple who were they were stealing packages off of doorsteps. Unfortunately for them, one of those packages had a bomb in it. Now, I'm not saying that I wish this would happen to anyone, but kind of like they got what they deserved in that one. And I really enjoyed this one. Here for special features, it has best kept secrets, audio commentaries on select episodes, NCIS Season 16 Rules of Engagement, Welcome to the Team, Casey Hines, NCIS Season 16 The Conversation, the pilot episode of Star Trek Discovery, and the pilot episode of Magnum PI. So on this one, guys, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. If you guys are into these crime scene investigation shows, this is definitely one worth checking out. I highly enjoyed it. Next up is Booksmart. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $19.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99, and it's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $14.96, Best Buy and Target $14.99. Next up is Men in Black International. I don't know if you would call this like Men in Black 4. It has an entirely new cast. And maybe it's just kind of a reboot, I guess you might call it. So this one's releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $27.96, Best Buy $27.99, and Target $29.99. Best Buy will have an exclusive steelbook, which will include 4K Blu-ray and digital for $32.99. What do you guys think of that artwork? Just pass for me on that one. It's also releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Amazon and Walmart $22.96, Best Buy $22.99. and Target $24.99. Finally, it will be releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99. Next up is Ma. Now this one is releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital, Amazon and Best Buy $22.99, Walmart $24.96, and Target $24.99. It's also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $17.96. Best Buy $22.99. Now I did see this one in theaters, guys, and it was an interesting movie. I think, to me, it just looked a little better in the trailers. It's about this woman who kind of befriends all these high school kids, and she provides them alcohol. I don't think she provides them drugs, but I don't think she really stopped them from doing drugs. And she makes this like hangout spot, and she's like hanging out with these kids. But then they kind of go sour on her, and she's really not having it, and things turn dark. And it was an interesting movie, and I definitely did like it. I expect a little more out of it. It's definitely one to check out, though. I didn't score it because I didn't review it when I saw it in theaters. I didn't give it a score. I haven't seen it again, so I'm not going to try to give it a score months later. But I think it's at least slightly above average, at least. Next up is Darlin. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon and Walmart $22.16, Best Buy $22.99, and Target $23.89. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon, Target, and Walmart $13.19, Best Buy $19.99. Now I did see this one when it hit theaters. And it was a little while ago, so I don't remember exactly what it was about. But it's about this group of like feral women, and I think the girl, she gets adopted or something, and she's just kind of dirty and doesn't talk and doesn't really understand stuff. And I think there was a murder in it or something. I can't remember exactly, guys, but I do have a review up. If you guys are really interested in my full thoughts on that one, just search for Darlin on my channel. I did give it a 2.5 out of 5. It was an okay movie, but I don't know. I didn't get too much into it. Next up is Into the Ashes. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon and Target $14.59, Best Buy $14.99, and Walmart no listing. It is also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Best Buy $13.99, Target $14.59, and Walmart no listing. Now, RLJE Films did send me over a copy for review. This has kind of one of those soft feeling slipcovers. I don't know, what do you guys call those? Where they just feel like the texture is real soft. Into the Ashes here is embossed. This one has Luke Grimes, Robert Taylor, James Badgedale, and Frank Grillo. There's a look at the back. Now, I did review this one actually when it came to theaters. You guys can search for Into the Ashes on my channel for that one. The disc art there is just the same as the cover. I did watch this again on Blu-ray to refreshen my memory. Again, it was a few months ago when I saw it. And basically what happens here is our main character, and I don't know this guy's name, I should know it. It's one of those, but is it God, I don't know. I'm so bad with names, but he goes on this kind of this weekend adventure with his friend and coworker, and they're going to drink and hang out and go hunting, and they're also building this cabin for this guy. And they go out there, and when he comes home, something terrible has happened. I don't want to give away too much of the story, but there's this guy who's come back from his past who just got out of prison, and he's looking for revenge. And I said this in my review when I saw it. This is, a revenge tale, but they did it really weird. And I'm not saying it's bad. Like, I thought it was interesting the way they did it. So they have kind of the whole setup of the movie. And then like the guy's going for the revenge, and then they show the aftermath. And when first time I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, where's the revenge? Like, they just skipped over it. But then they go back. So it's just kind of a little out of sequence. But I did enjoy this one, guys. I thought it was a cool movie, good acting, good story. I give this one a 3 out of 5. Next up is Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The complete series, releasing on Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $79.05, Target $81.59, and Best Buy $89.99. Is anyone going to pick that one up? This will be a limited edition serial numbered version. Just curious if you guys are picking it up. It seems like those kind of serial numbered versions they don't do real well because they're kind of overpriced, and eventually, they come back cheaper. We'll see. I would like to get it though. Next up, Rambo. This is Rambo number 4, just called Rambo. It is getting a 4K release to go along with the first 3 on 4K. So it'll include 4K Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy $17.99, Target $19.29. Now I will have to pick this one up eventually, but I feel like it will come down in price. I've actually never seen this one. Is it any good, guys? I've seen the original 3. We got 5 coming out here pretty soon, but I've never seen 4. I never checked it out. I do have it on Blu-ray. I have the set of all of them. I'm just curious, is it worth checking out? Next up is True Detective, the complete 3rd season, releasing on a Blu-ray and digital. Amazon and Walmart $34.96, Best Buy $34.99, and Target $50.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $29.96, Best Buy $39.99, and Target $41.19. This is another one, I haven't seen the first 2 seasons, but I have them. But this is something, Black Friday, get a good deal on it. I don't really want to pay $35, $40 for it. So I will be after it, but when it comes to a deal, I can definitely wait. Like I said, I haven't seen the first 2. And I think the deal is with that show is that it changes the cast every season. So I don't know if the story continues or it's a different story every time. I don't know. So next up we have Batman, the 80th anniversary 18 film collection. Now these are all Batman animated movies, and it is releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon and Walmart $73.93, Best Buy $73.99, and Target $81.99. Pretty good price. So what are you looking at? $5 a movie or something? So it's not too bad. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $55.29, Best Buy $58.99, and Target $16.99. Now my math was probably way off because 20 movies, $5 each. That would even be 100. So that's less than $5. But of course it's 18. So the next up, we have The Night Sitter, releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon $17.99, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, all no listing. Next up, we have Loopers, The Caddie's Long Walk. Now the interesting thing about this is it's a documentary about caddies, and it is narrated by Bill Murray. He's a big kind of golf fan, so kind of interesting that he would do that. I haven't seen it though. Amazon $13.29, Target $16.59, Best Buy and Walmart no listing. It's also releasing on a DVD. Target $13.29, Amazon $16.59, Best Buy and Walmart no listing. Those prices don't make sense. Next up is The Goldbergs, the complete 6th season. I've never seen this show. It is releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $19.87, Best Buy $19.99, and Target $21.49. Next up is Bull Season 3. I haven't seen this one either. It's releasing on a DVD only. Amazon and Walmart $38.47, Target $42.49, and for some reason Best Buy does not have this one listed on their website. Next up is Canal Street. This one is releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $9.96, Target $9.99, and Best Buy no listing. Now Cinedime did send me over a copy for review. Here's a look at the case. Just a plain disc there. I never really heard of, I don't think anybody in here except for, it does have Mekhi Phifer. He doesn't have a huge role. He plays the prosecuting attorney or whatever. And so the beginning of this movie was a little strange in that they were just showing a bunch of clips of kind of like news or radio, like where they had a camera in the radio booth or whatever, or blogs, or I don't know, just all these different things. And they were just kind of like going over like all these kind of like racial, prejudices and all this kind of stuff. And then we get into the story about this kid. I don't remember what his name was, but he had a Coley. That was his name, Coley. And he kind of grew up in South Chicago, and his dad, I think he becomes a lawyer is what it is. And they move into a nicer neighborhood, and they kind of have some money, and he's kind of reluctant, even though, you know, he's trying to go to college. And I can't remember if they say like what he wants to study or whatever, but I think he kind of, you know, he misses his friends. And so he ends up meeting this other guy, and they're kind of, you know, you got to be careful how you say things, but Coley's black and the other guy's white, and they're kind of like, at first they don't get along real well, and they're kind of like, you know, racist towards each other, but they end up becoming friends. And then they're at this party, and Coley drops him off, and he ends up, the white, I can't remember what his name was, the white kid, he ends up getting killed, and, you know, everybody just kind of assumes it's Coley because he's black. And, you know, I thought this was a really good story, guys. And it really, you know, it's just sad, kind of the world we live in, that people think this way and they feel this way, and you know, they just kind of assume it's him, and he's not really given a fair trial. And but I thought this was a really interesting movie about, you know, racism and prejudice, and I think it's kind of really too about the influence of media. You know, we're just so obsessed with the news, and, you know, it really influences our lives a lot. And I think this is kind of a sleeper hit. You know, it's a lower budget title, but I definitely think the message is there and the story is there. Definitely check this one out, guys. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Next up, Dead Don't Die in Dallas. This one is releasing on DVD only. Amazon and Target $17.89. Best Buy $17.99. Now, I'm a little confused because Mill Creek Entertainment did send this over for review. But it says ITN distribution on it, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Now this movie, we do have the cover art there on the disc. This movie goes out of its way to just be super offensive, and I don't really feel like in a good way, you know, like in a funny way. But it's for some reason the zombie apocalypse, okay, it's been done so many times. And there's this guy, I can't remember, he's like a preacher or something, and his wife and their son. I'm not going to reveal what happens with their son. Maybe you can figure it out. But it's like everybody in this movie is like gay, or, and I don't want to be offensive when I say this, they're gay or trans, or I don't even know. There's just so many things. And kind of like one of the main characters, you know, he's a man dressed like a woman. I don't remember like if he had a sex change or what the deal was, but they just made him, her, I don't know. They just made the character so offensive and stupid, and it just, in a lot of ways, it just felt super insensitive. And, you know, I'm not somebody who gets like super offended by stuff, but I didn't feel like it was funny. Like they were going for like comedy, I think. I didn't feel like it was very funny. Super low budget, which, you know, is okay, but this movie didn't work for me, guys. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Well, last up, this one actually released in August. I just got around to watching it. Aniara. This one was sent over to me by Magnolia Pictures. And I don't know, I gotta look on here, see if it was in Swedish. That's what I thought, kind of based on the names and stuff, that it might be Swedish. But this is a sci-fi movie, and there are some things I was a little confused about on here. It looks like Aniara is embossed. Actually, there's a lot of embossing here on the front. Kind of all this stuff is embossed. And so, got the cover art there on the disc. So what it was is there's this ship, and I wasn't sure if there was a reason why Earth no longer inhabitable. Isn't that always the story? But there's people living on Mars, I guess, and they go on this ship, the Aniara, and it's only supposed to take, I think it was, I want to say 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks? Something like that. Just a real short amount of time. These people are taking this ship to Mars, and it's kind of like a luxury cruise. There's like an arcade and bar and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And they have this weird kind of room, and I can't remember what they called it. I was very confused about it. But basically, the thing could like read your mind, and it could project images into your brain. And I think they were your memories. But like I say, that whole part just kind of confused me. I was really lost on what that was. But people seem to really need it or like it or something. And so what happens is there's kind of this disaster, and they get knocked off course. And they're like, you know, we can't turn around. We have to wait till we can find another planet or star or whatever, and use its gravity to move us to the right direction or something. And they're like, well, we expect that to take no more than 2 years. And you're like, oh my gosh, their 3-week trip turned into 2 years, and it ends up turning into more than 2 years. Definitely like this one. As an interesting story. It was well done for sure. I thought the CGI on this looked good. Like I say, there were just a few aspects of this that I was a little confused on, but I did definitely like it. And I think if you guys are into sci-fi movies, it's definitely worth checking out. Kind of the despair you would get into if you were just kind of lost in space with no hopes, you know? I mean, not that they're completely hopeless, but they can't do anything. There's nothing they can do to alter their course, and they're just hoping that eventually they will pass some sort of planet or something. Definitely interesting. Like I say, if you guys are into sci-fi movies, give this one a shot. Like I say, it is in Swedish, so you will have to watch this one with subtitles. I give this one a 3 out of 5. Definitely, I'm a big fan of sci-fi movies, and I did enjoy that one. So that is it for this week, guys. If you have seen any of the titles I talked about, love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you guys are picking anything up, love to hear what it is. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave it a like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos. Check out my website, bobsmoviereview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.